You already know. It's your boy, the Maniac. And you already know why I'm here. I'm here to talk that post-fight. That Edgar Berlanga versus Jonathan Gonzalez-Ortiz post-fight. That Nick Ball versus TJ Doheny post-fight. And man, oh man. But before I do, you already know why I'm repping that Four Corners Boxing, baby. And the Boxing Round Table. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe to both channels. Now, with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Edgar Berlanga versus Jonathan Gonzalez-Ortiz went down in the Caribe Royale down in Florida. Easy work. First round, he microwaved them. He didn't even cook them. That shit was microwave. He put them in there 30 seconds. Ping, 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 bang. It was over for him. It was over. But again, as expected. Now the question becomes with Berlanga. First, who he's going to sign with, because it's very clear this was his last fight with Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn. Does he go to perhaps MVP, Jake Paul, Amanda Serrano, or he goes even further down the street and becomes one of the first, if not the first fighter signed with Turkey and TKO? Who knows, right? Who knows? But regardless, he's a free agent. And when we see Berlanga in the ring again, it has to be against a formidable opponent. It can't be these guys with the Burger King body. We're not doing that. You can't be fighting guys eating double whoppers with French fries and onion rings on the side. Come on, Berlanga. We want Plant, right? You said it. Let's see. You want more, right? Let's see. Let's get it. You got Pacheco and Billy. You got McCumbee. There are opponents, even Munguia, especially Munguia, Puerto Rico, Mexico. If Munguia wins that rematch, then, man, we might see it. But the bottom line is this. He needs to fight somebody. I get it. Everyone's just been feeling like he hasn't been fighting nobody. That's the truth. And I think the dislike for Berlanga comes from he might be a little too arrogant. Not saying he's a bad dude, but the arrogance, and it just doesn't match what he has done in the ring. And these are just the facts. This is not hate. These are the facts. He went 12 rounds with Canelo, buy it, but I've never seen a fighter so celebrated for losing a fight like Berlanga did. I really haven't. I'm just saying, maybe y'all could let me know in the comments. I'm just keeping it a stat. And he's like embodying that, like, yeah, I went 12 rounds. Nah, homie, you Puerto Rican, man. We bawdy. We don't celebrate losses. You should be upset. That was an opportunity that might never come again. So you can't be happy about losing. So what? You was competitive. You were young, strong dude. You could have won that fight, right? But he didn't. So let's see, man. There's still a lot of fights out for him. But the question, another question is he in this game for money? Right? Or is he in this game because he loves it? That's another question people been having about Berlanga. But we'll see. The future, time will tell. Right? Same way they say time heals all wounds. Time will expose everybody eventually, if he's the goods or he's not. On that, also on that card, the main event, because that was the co-main event, you had Austin Williams against Patrice Voney from Canada. You know, good performance by Ammo. I mean, the fight was okay. It wasn't the boringest fight, but it had good action, not great, you know, solid. But, you know, good for Ammo. This is his second win since getting stopped by Hamza Shiraz. And maybe he's on to something. Because, look, man, 160 is a division where it's not really shark infested. So Ammo could creep through the cracks, man, and perhaps get a title shot. It's very possible. And, of course, he's with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn's one of the best in the business right now. And in the earlier call, we had Nick Ball defending his WBA featherweight title against TJ Doheny. And look, man, early on, you know, Doheny was giving Nick Ball problems. Nick Ball was having problems in there. He really was. You know, he couldn't really bully Doheny the way he wanted, but Nick Ball was able to impose his will on Doheny. and he just couldn't do nothing after that. Once he imposed that will, he started catching him with some good combinations. He was countering him well, and it was just a matter of time, man. There was blood in the water, I want to say by the 5th round. And once there's blood in the water, it's only a matter of time before the shark snaps you in half. And that's what happened at the end of the 10th round. Doheny's corner said, man, they did the Duran, no mas. So, shout to Nick Ball, defending his title. What's next for Nick Ball? Is it a unification with Angelo Leo, with Stephen Fulton, with Rafael Espinoza? We don't know. Like I mentioned before, there's some slight rumor, that Inoue might be the fighter to come up and face Nick Ball once Inoue makes his debut at featherweight. So we'll see what happens. If that does happen, I like that fight. Should be a goodie. Of course, I think we all going to favor Inoue, but we'll see, man. Styles make fights, but, shout to him, man. So that's the quick recap. Nick Ball retains his title. Berlanga wins in first round fashion. Amma Williams itches closer to a title shot. It's your boy, the Maniac, and I'm out.